Hey there, welcome to Treadmill Review Guru. Today we're going to take a look at the Horizon 7.8 AT treadmill. This is Horizon's most powerful treadmill. It comes with a 4.0 horsepower motor, has cushioning in the deck, inclines to a 15% grade. It also is very quiet and comfortable to use. We recommend this treadmill for HIIT training. It comes preloaded with the Sprint 8 HIIT training program, and it has quick responsive time when you're adjusting that speed. So let's take a look at who this treadmill is best suited for. The Horizon 7.8 AT is a very powerful machine. So it is best suited for those who are looking for something with a strong motor, distance runners, sprinters. It's also well suited for people who plan to do HIIT training because it has really quick responsive time when you're adjusting your speed in and out of those intervals. It also folds up. So it's great for people who want a powerful treadmill but still need it to fold, and it has cushioning in the deck. So it works well for runners, distance athletes who really are going to spend more time on that treadmill and need that cushioning. It also works really well for anyone who might have joint sensitivities or are looking for some more cushioning in the deck. One thing that we really like about this treadmill is it does not require a subscription. So it comes preloaded with several workout programs, and then it will sync with third-party apps. So it will sync with the Peloton app, it will sync with the Zwift app. So rather than be locked into one subscription, you have the option of using multiple apps on this machine. So this is a good option for users who don't want to be tied into one subscription, but want the option of using their training app. It also is very quiet when in use, so it's good for people who are looking for a quieter treadmill. We don't necessarily recommend this treadmill for people who want something with a touchscreen. It does not have a touchscreen. So if you're looking for a touchscreen treadmill, this probably isn't the best option. And if you want that fully immersive app experience where you have the automated incline and decline, this will sync with third-party apps, but the apps don't have any control over the functionality. So if you're looking for that fully integrated experience, then we would probably recommend something different. But let's take a look at the overall construction. So let's take a look at the construction of the Horizon 7.8 AT. So one thing I really like about this machine, it's very solid and it sits low to the ground. So the step-up height right here is only 10 inches. So it's really easy to get on and off. You also have very nice textured side rails that give you a comfortable foothold when you're stepping on or off that track. The actual size of the walking surface is 22 inches wide and 60 inches long. So this is a good sized treadmill. It will support taller runners, people with a long stride. It also folds up. So they have their Featherlight folding system. Just grab that bar at the base of the deck and you can fold it up. It will lock into place. So you can bump it and it's not gonna come unlocked. And then to unlatch it, you actually push down on that foot lever, and it has a hydraulic assist. So it will drop down on its own. You don't have to guide it or hold it or anything, and it won't cause any damage on your floor. So it folds up and unfolds very easily. Also, you can see you do have steel uprights right here, and they're powder coated for protection. You also have two wheels. So you've got two here. So when that deck is folded up, you can incline that treadmill, kind of pull it towards you, and then you can roll it out of the way. Now, this is a heavy treadmill. It weighs 330 pounds. So even though you can move it, it's not one that we recommend moving regularly, just because it is a little bit heavier. But it will support up to 350 pounds, which is 50 pounds heavier than some of the other treadmills that we see that are in the same price range. So you do get a little more as far as weight capacity on this, which is really nice. So this has what Horizon calls the 3-zone variable cushioning. And what that means is if you're a runner and you get up here, you want a nice supportive cushioning that allows you to really get that mid-foot strike for the best running gait. But then it has a solid toe, it has a solid toe off at the back. So as you lift your foot up off the back, you can propel yourself forward. It's not too soft. So it's a little softer where you need it and a little more firm on the back for that nice running cadence. So it really is designed for runners. We love the 4.0 horsepower motor, and one thing that's nice about this motor is not only is it powerful, but it's very quiet, which we'll demonstrate for you in a minute. So the overall footprint of this machine, it is a larger machine. You can see it stands up pretty high up here. So it's a total of 76 inches long. It's 37 inches wide, and it's 64 inches high. So it is a little higher, and it has just a little beefier console that we'll kind of go into in a minute. As with their other treadmills, Horizon provides a great warranty on this machine. So you get a lifetime warranty on the motor and frame, which is really impressive. There's also a 5-year warranty on parts and 2 years for labor. Okay, so let's take a close-up look here of the console. I'm stepping on the sides of the rails here because if I turn the program all the way off, then this times out. So I'm just gonna kind of let it run in the background. So you can see right here, this is your 9.3-inch display screen. And I like that it has different colors. This is your lap, so it will just fill up as you move along that lap, and it's kind of color coded, so it'll go green and then yellow and then orange and then red as it gets close to the end, and then it'll reset. So you do have your lap counter over here, and that's what this is. Your distance is your percentage of a mile, so that's how that's calibrated. Your times over here, then calories and speed. And down here, it just kind of gives you an outlay of your program. So because I was running earlier and kicked up that incline and my heart rate went up, it shows more work there, and here I'm just on a flat grade. And then this shows you your incline. This shows you that your time elapsed and your speed and distance and calories and things. So this is your color display. So it's not really a touch screen. I can't manipulate anything by touching it, but it's up high. Now down here you have basically the same metrics again. So you have time, speed, distance, and calories, and then if I hit the select button, it comes down here and it'll give me a countdown, incline, pace, and heart rate. So, and I think the reason that they have basically the metrics displayed twice is if I were to put a tablet here on this ledge and it covered this up, you could still see it down here. Because these are basically the same metrics that you get up here. But thankfully you do have the tablet option up there. You've got 2 tablet ledges. So this should be thick enough to hold pretty much any tablet, and then you've got that one down there as well. So those are your 2 different displays. And then as you can see, I've got different programs down here. So we're in manual, and then you've got distance, calorie burn, heart rate. Here's hill training, specific heart rate customization programs. This is like my first 5K. And then these are intervals, periods, and here's your sprint 8. So if I time out and go in, we'll show you the sprint 8 in just a second, but you can go through different workouts and it will display up here your sprint 8 program. So I'll show you that in a minute. So over here you can see you have your quick incline buttons. It's not every metric, but it is pretty close, so you can just hit those. And then of course this over here is your incline button there as well. And then if you come over here, you've got speed on the right with your speed dial on the right. So right down here, there is a fan button. So there is a fan, it's a little low, it's a little lower than other fans, but it provides just a little bit of cooling capacity. And then if you do want to sync with another app, there is a Bluetooth button, and the console will sync with a third-party app if you want to. So we'll show you how to do that in just a second as well. So when you first turn on your machine, we've kind of reset it. So this is your basic metrics that come up, and you have up to 5 user options. So you can set your user profile, or you can do guest. So if I do user 1, yes, that's my weight. Okay, now over here I can choose a program. So as I mentioned, we're gonna look at the Sprint 8 programs. So we wanna toggle through here, target heart rate. This is my first 5K. Oh, you can create a custom program, custom heart rate, and then here's your Sprint 8. So the thing with the Sprint 8 programs is you have lots of different options in there because you can set levels. Let's say I want to set level 4, and then I can start, and it's going to give me a program that is sufficiently challenging for about halfway through. So level 4 is about moderate. So you can see, and then down here what it does is this is your graph display of your interval program. So because Sprint 8 is an interval program, right now I'm in my warm-up, and then I'm going to head into that first interval, and then I get a recovery, second interval and recovery. You can see as you come over here, it gets a little more challenging because I selected level 4. If you select higher levels up to 8, then it will be more intense for those intervals. So you can see right here, this is where I've set it. Now, if I want to make it more challenging, I can increase my speed. So I do have a little bit of control here over the intervals and the recovery. Okay, so as you can see, I've just completed the warm-up. So my warm-up was 3 minutes, and I'm into my first sprint interval. So we've kicked that speed up. Now I do have control over the speed. So if I want to make it go faster for that interval, if I want to really challenge myself, I just adjust that dial, and you can control the speed in the Sprint 8 workout. But it will just kind of count down. You can see I'm almost to the end of that first interval, and then it's going to give me my recovery. So now it's dropping me back down, and it's automatically dropping that speed back down. So that is how the Sprint 8 works. It is an interval where you kick up your speed and kick up your heart rate, and then there is a recovery session. So that's why Sprint 8 works, because you get that real quick increase as you work hard and push that heart rate up there, and then you get the active recovery, and then you do it again. And there are several intervals that you work throughout your program. Also, you have water bottle holder over here, which is nice. So nice big, or I could even drop my phone in there, which is good. And then you have the storage tray down here, which is also nice. So this floating storage tray down here provides a lot of compartments for holding stuff. So over here on the right side of the console, you have an import jack for music, and then there's also a headphone jack. There's also a USB port if you want to set your phone right here and charge it as you work out. Let's take a look at the functionality of the Horizon 7.8 AT. So as with the other Horizon treadmills, it's very quiet. So I have it running right now at 2 miles an hour. We've got it on a flat incline, and this isn't with anybody on it, so there's no foot noise, but there's very little motor noise. I mean, it's very quiet. So that makes it really nice. Just that the motor itself and the belt sliding along the top of the deck doesn't create a lot of noise or vibration. So if I get up on it, once again, this is just 2 miles an hour. So I'm just walking at a nice, easy pace. There's no incline to the deck. So you can just kind of hear there's just a little bit of foot noise. And you can hear that as my body weight rests down on that belt, it does add just a slight bit of a whooshing sound, but it's certainly not much and wouldn't disturb those around you. So let me pick up that pace real quick. I'll go to a 3 mile an hour walking pace. And you can just kind of listen. So just a touch more motor noise, but really not much. Let me kick up that incline, and you can watch that deck incline as I keep walking. So I'll take it up to a level 5. So nice and quick, it already jumped to a level 5. You can see it's lifted just a little bit there. I'm going to maintain that 3 mile an hour speed and take it all the way up to level 10. So the nice thing about walking on an incline, you get more posterior engagement as you have to engage your body against that incline so you don't slide back. So let me take it all the way up to 15. This is as high as it goes. So all of a sudden that 3 mile an hour speed is a little more challenging as I'm working that incline. So that's one thing that's really nice, is you can stay low impact. I don't have to run, but you can hear I'm starting to get just a little bit out of breath because my heart rate's going up. Still very quiet. All right, I'm going to drop it back down. We'll take it to a level 3 incline. There we go. So I dropped it from 15 all the way down to 3. You can see it's pretty close back to the floor there. I'm going to kick up the speed. We'll do about 6 miles an hour, and you can just kind of listen. I'll take it up to 7. And we'll do 8. All right. So here we are back at a level 3 grade and 3 miles an hour. One thing I do like about this machine is you have the dial controls, which is something that is a little different than other treadmills. I'm going to slow it down just a touch. So on the left, you have incline controls. So on the left handle right here, if I just kind of roll that forward or back, I can quickly adjust the incline of the deck. It's very responsive. It's faster even than the buttons. The same is on the right. So the speed, if I pull this back, it will slow it way down. If I roll it forward, it'll kick it up. The speed on the dial adjusts by a tenth. So it'll take you from 1.1 to 1.2 to 1.3, and it just kind of rolls. So roll it towards the console to increase, roll it back towards you to decrease. The incline jumps you by 0.5. So it'll jump me up to a 0.5 grade, then 1, then 1.5. So you have a little bit of intermediate levels, which is actually really nice. So let me slow that down here. Just kind of hit pause. So as you can see, there's a lot of functionality because this treadmill is designed for HIIT workouts. You've got the Sprint 8 pre-programmed into the console, but it also allows for a lot of manual control. So you can quickly adjust that incline on the left and the speed on the right. So these dials were specifically designed to help with that HIIT training when you really quickly want to go back and forth between 2 inclines or 2 different speed settings as you're working through that interval and then recovery period. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that we really like about the Horizon 7.8 AT. It is a great treadmill for runners, sprinters, and people that want to do HIIT training. It's just designed to support that kind of use. It also has the nice cushioning in the deck, which we really like. And it does make a difference, especially if you're going for longer distances. We also like how it will sync with third-party apps. So you're not locked into one subscription. If you have your own tablet and you have your own subscription to another app, you can use Peloton, you can use Zwift, you can use iFit. There's a lot of subscriptions that will sync with this treadmill. So that gives you kind of more options. It also comes with that really impressive lifetime warranty on the motor and the frame. And it is a folding treadmill. So even though it's larger and heavier, it does fold up and it will support 350 pounds of user weight. So these are all things that we really like. A few things to be aware of: it does not have a touchscreen. So that is something that you just kind of want to know. It's a little more basic as far as the console design. And it does weigh 330 pounds. So this is a pretty good sized treadmill. It folds up, but we don't recommend moving it around a lot. And any apps that you were to use, you will have to have your own subscription. So this doesn't include access to those apps. You have to pay for them separately. And also it does not include a tablet. So if you do use your phone or a tablet or something to access those third-party apps, they do not show up on the screen. You have to have your own tablet. So just a few things to be aware of. But in general, we're really impressed with this machine. It's very quiet and it's very functional. For current pricing, make sure and click the link below. To read our full written review, check us out at treadmillreviewguru.com. And as always, if you like our video, make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you again soon.